Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
Good morning. It is Jeff and Jeremy. We've got Christian Scott on the phone. Him and the folks at Perfetto Cafe in Grover Beach have a drop-off site if you would like to help out the folks down with the fires in the Los Angeles area. Good morning, Christian.
Yeah, hi. So I've spoken to a few evacuation centers in LA County, and what they need the most are medical supplies like KN95 masks because the smoke is so thick in LA County. They did mention like ibuprofen, etc., and unopened, of course. And then they also mentioned non-expired goods, unopened, non-expired goods. And then they also mentioned clothing, blankets, such like things like that. But mostly they're more in need of like medical supplies, such as those masks.
In your conversations with these folks down there, have they given you any idea as to a timeline as to when they expect, like, there are a fair number of people that have been evacuated, but their house isn't going to burn down, like when these people can get back into their homes?
I'm unsure of that, but I did read earlier today that the fire in Hollywood Hills, they lifted evacuation orders for that one. I think I was speaking to someone at the Pasadena Convention Center, and they did say that they were letting people go back in they lifted evacuation orders for the that fire in the Hollywood Hills.
That's great news. That's good news.
So you're working together with Perfetto Cafe. Where's that located at in Grover?
Yeah, we're located in Grover Beach. Our address is 1750 El Camino Real in Grover Beach.
All right. And you're looking for, like you said, N95 masks. You're looking for ibuprofen, Tylenol, things that haven't been opened. And I'm guessing some non-perishable food. Anything else?
Yeah, so non-perishable, non-expired foods. But they also stated that blankets, clothing, even school supplies, everything like that is needed. But what's needed the most right now is those KN95 masks and medical supplies like that.
Yeah, so I imagine the smoke down there is crazy.
I know. I have 2 boxes in my cupboard that, that are
well,
left
that's
over.
the thing. And how long are you guys going to be doing this?
So our plan is to do this throughout the weekend.
Okay.
We're doing it from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then our plan is to hand deliver everything to these evacuation centers in LA County on Monday. We have a truck and trailer out here getting things loaded up as soon as possible.
EJ Spurs area right there is where you guys are located. Man Rock and all that area.
Yeah.
So it's easy freeway access for anybody who's commuting. So if you had a bunch of those masks sitting at home that you bought and they're just sitting there taking up space in the garage, here's a great chance to put them to good use. And we all know that a lot of people buy ibuprofen at Costco.
Always comes in a 2-pack.
And when you buy it at Costco, my gosh, you end up having way too much for your needs. Okay?
It's very true. So if you can help out, if you want to help out, very easy to do so. 1750 El Camino Real. Look for Perfetto Cafe. It's right there on the right by the Man Rock and the AJ Spurs, like Jeff says. You drop it off, blankets, jackets, anything, non-perishable food items. Hey, thanks a lot for reaching out to us to help get the word out. We appreciate you, man.
Of course, and thank you for taking the time to get this out there.
Hey,
thank you for taking on this task.
Yeah.
It's much needed.
Here we go! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Yeah.
Things we didn't get to in hashtag form with Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, don't forget we're giving away tickets to see Black Flag. That show coming up at the Siren a week from today, if you know the show. Real quick, Jimmy John's. You familiar with Jimmy John's sandwiches?
Yeah, I get them confused with, isn't there an underwear brand that's like close to that? Jimmy John's?
I don't know.
Let me look it up. I hear
There might be.
advertised on like, it's like really expensive underwear. I'm like, I'll never pay that much for underwear. Are you kidding me?
They're bringing back their Kicking Ranch sauce. which is a sauce and also going to be a soup. Ranch dressing soup. How does that sound? I'm sure it's not that bad. But it's a 6-ounce soup-sized container of the sauce. It's ideal for slurping, sipping, or dipping. God. Ranch has gotten to be way too out of control. Way too out of control if you're now making a soup, ranch soup. Ugh. I mean, I'll try it. I tried pickle soup not that long ago, and I was pleasantly surprised that I liked it quite a bit.
Tommy John is the underwear, and it's $35 a pair. Dude.
Oh yeah. I have a friend that has those.
What?
And I think when they used to be more.
I'm learning a lot about you.
Tommy John,
you're pretty rich.
Used to have more. No. It's our friend that used to walk around barefoot, and he was all about the fashion. All about the fashion at Ross and Tommy John.
What, you could get Ross? You could get Tommy John at Ross?
No, he just liked Ross. He just liked shopping at Ross.
You know what? I do too, and this is why I like shopping at Ross.
I don't.
No,
if you get a good deal, I love a good deal.
It's the antithesis of what you do.
Bargain hunter in you.
You get a good deal at Costco on your clothes, but the problem is, and I brought this up on many occasions, when somebody's got their clothes at Costco. At Ross,
only certain things.
Only Ross, certain things. It's
the only time you were able to call me out on the Costco thing was we were at a Cal Poly game, and there was 6 of us wearing the same jacket.
It's not.
We all got at Costco.
It's not sometimes. It's oftentimes. I bought stuff.
Like these Adidas shorts. Costco.
Yeah.
$10. Amazon. 20. Ross. 40. No, I don't know.
No, it's not 40
it wouldn't
at Ross.
Be Ross. The problem is at Ross, it's been in 14 different stores,
right?
Been shipped around, and then now eventually it's at Ross and it's on the floor.
And
that's my problem
that.
with Ross. Every time I go in there's stuff on the floor.
It's unique. The same goes for Nordstrom's Rack, TJ Maxx. What's the other one that I never go to? But it's like that. Marshall's.
The guy that uses hairspray in his hair. I'm surprised that you're so concerned about being unique. But 100% of people
according
in our
to the poll, I'm very
question,
unique.
Men don't use hairspray. You're the only one.
Yeah, that's fine. You got to use what you got to use. I'm okay with it.
I mean, if there's a guy out there that uses hairspray, listen, it's an anonymous poll. I know you're not proud of it. Jeff is, but you're not. So you can still vote just to give Jeff a little support.
It's not.
Nobody's going to know you did. It's just a yes or no. Your name's not attached to it. But nobody has said yes.
It's not that I'm proud of it. It's not that I'm not proud of it. It's just what I need to use.
Where is the Jeff Army today? Where is the Jeff Army? It's not at KZOZ.com, that's for sure.
I mean, I think you're making a bigger deal out of something that doesn't need to be made that big of a deal.
Oh, really? You've never done that, have you? Never.
Only when it's humble brags. I don't think this is a humble brag.
Oh, it is. But it
like
is.
when I I bought a half cow. Oh, let me tell you about how great buying a half cow is. That's
no.
That is when
that was not a humble brag. I was just telling you something I'm trying. And you know what? Other people wrote in and they said it's a great way. You save money when you can buy in bulk.
Rowley,
that's the whole point of buying in bulk. You just need a freezer.
Rowley says he likes hairspray, but only because old school Aquanet in the 90s, when it was still legal, you could build a potato cannon out of it. See, these are multiple uses for hairspray.
Well, all hairspray does that, but yes. Yeah, that's what real men use it for, potato cannons.
Yeah.
Not on their hair, Jeff.
Well, if I ever need to fashion a potato cannon, I'll do it with the whatever brand my wife buys.
Damn it, I use too much of this hair Aquanet on my hair.
Black and gold hairspray. I have no idea.
Kyle Only Fisher Stock Pond says he uses pomade or hair gel.
I, too, do that. I have to use both. I mean,
my buddy's cabin, he has a bathroom downstairs all the guys use. There's a tube of hair gel that's been in there for 20 years at least. And I had to use it the other day, and I'm like, I had to wash it right back out.
Was it called like LA Looks or something like that?
I didn't look at it.
I remember the hair gel I would use.
I was so ashamed I had to use it, I didn't look at it. I'm like, damn it, where's my paste?
It sucks because now that pomade comes out, it's so much better and effective than gel. And you use the gel the same way you would use the pomade, and it wears out in like 3 to 5 minutes. And you're like, well, that was pointless, but you've already left the house at that point. So you're done.
Yes.
You're stuck with a bad hair day.
All right, since I'm giving you such a hard time, I use something called a molding paste, which sounds like it's going to be, but it has a natural finish. It says right there on the bottom.
Who says this? You're saying this?
Redken. You know, it's a men's grooming brand for decades.
Okay.
Something men have been using for decades. It's older than you.
Let's see.
And now it's called Redken Brews because they wanted to make it more manly. So you put the word brew in it. Like you're home brewing your hair.
It's not.
I recommend this stuff. It's called Work Hard is the name of it. It says it's a molding paste. Comes in a little tube, and you don't need very much, and your hair doesn't even feel like it's got crap in it, but it still styles it.
Since you
Pretty nice because I was a gel guy my whole life. I used hairspray when I was in junior high, high school.
Since Redken is made for men, do you use the Redken Volume Enhancer?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what volume
comes in
enhancer does.
I'm sorry, Volume Injection Duo. It comes in a purple bottle. Do you use that, you manly man? Redken?
No, everything,
Redken?
all the stuff I use comes in a black
My
bottle.
point being,
Black
I think
and white.
Redken is made for both men and women. Don't let.
I don't think so. If
let
it is, maybe they do have a women's line.
Listen,
but
the fact that they're showing a woman with volume injection conditioner on her hair and she's using it from a purple bottle tells me that it's not just made for men. So you bought into
they're
the
huge.
market.
They're huge.
Yeah, they're
they
big.
do men, women, he, she's,
But the
all
way
of
you
them.
made it
They do
sound.
them all. They'll take anybody's money, even doesn't matter.
Okay, Peas in a Water Bottle says, I like it because I can style my hair directly out of the shower and spray it real quick instead of having to get my hands wet with gel or sticky with pomade. Peas in a Water Bottle on road trip. Sorry, I didn't use your complete name on that.
No, let's just stick with peas in a bottle.
Kyle
You
the
will forever
Complainer
be known
says,
as pea in the bottle guy.
says hairspray makes a great blowtorch. So if you need to do an
it does.
asphalt patch or something like that. Somebody wants to know if my hairspray is Tresemme. I don't know. I don't ever look at the.
Big Tresemme fan. We don't know if this is a woman or a man because all we have is a phone number. We don't have a name for you.
Right. I don't know. It's black and it's gold. It's black. It's mostly black. And it's got a little gold square on it. And it says something like strong
Well,
finish.
go home and look at it tonight, all right? And let us know tomorrow.
I mean,
everybody's trying to know what kind of.
Do you know how they give like ratings for hold? It's all the way at 7. It's the highest rating that you could get.
Oh, damn, it's glue. Spray glue.
It is. It is. It's basically construction tack. Whatever you spray down, like kids have like art projects and stuff like that, and then they have to spray the stuff so it doesn't smear or anything like that. That's what it feels like. I use a very little bit of it. It comes in a huge can. I mean, like one can is like a year's supply. It's nice. I don't know what that means.
What, the a-hole badge?
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't know. That must be some weird stuff that Kyle's into.
Kyle, who only fishes at Stock Ponds, funny story about this. He says, whatever hairspray I buy at TJ Maxx. I ran into Kyle, only fishes Stock Ponds, Kyle, at TJ Maxx right after my son.
You're there a lot.
So we had to buy something. We were going shopping for his mom and my wife. During Christmas, he wanted to buy her something, and he wanted to buy her something at TJ Maxx. And I was like, okay, let's go to TJ Maxx. And within the first 5 minutes of being there, he knocked something off the shelf and broke it. I bump into Kyle, who only fishes Stock Ponds. I'm like, hey, dude, good to see you. Happy holidays. I got to get out of here. My son just broke something, and I had to help the girl clean it up. We're all a little embarrassed right now. He goes, I heard that. My son's got tears in his eyes. Yes,
Is that it?
That's the stuff I use.
It's Tresemme.
Yeah.
It's
That's the stuff I use.
Somebody knows what you use. Is that exactly this? Is that Tresemme? Yes, it is. Extra hold.
Yep. It's got Pro Lock Tech in it, and that's
fancy.
proprietary apparently, according to the law.
Tresemme.
Pro Lock Tech. I use Pro Lock Tech hairspray,
Tresemme, you know where they have that at? Salons for ladies.
just like Redken, right?
Lady salons. When we come back, no, Redkins is only at barbershops. For men.
I don't know.
Barbershops that serve beer, damn it.
That volume injection.
And whiskey.
That's why they had to add bruise to the title of whatever it is you're using, because they're like, oh, we can't let that idiot Jeremy who thinks this is only for men think that we do.
Oh yeah, they only made that for me. There's no, I keep them in business.
He can't find out about our volume injection conditioner in a purple bottle.
Stones.
He'll stop
Crew
buying our
coming up.
product. It's beer.
And we're going to give away some tickets to see Black Flag.
93.3 KCOZ. It's time to play Know the Show with Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Heyo, 9:40 is the time, and we're giving away tickets to see Black Flag 1 week from today. They'll be at the Siren in Morro Bay. Check them out. Go to goodmedicinepresents.com to grab your tickets. Or if you know the show and you were listening, you can win a pair right now.
With L.A. wildfire damage estimated between $50 and $57 billion, they're going to need a lot down there. Christian is doing his part out at the Perfetto Cafe, which is in like the AJ Spurs parking lot in 5 cities there by Man Rock Brewing. They're doing a drive for things that they need to help some of those that are displaced down in Los Angeles from the California wildfire. Name 2 things that he said are a focus on things that they need. 2 things. You just need to name 2 of things they need for this drive that they're doing for victims of the L.A. wildfires.
Jared, first up. Jeff?
Jared, 2 items that the victims of the wildfires need, according to the shelters down in Los Angeles. When we talked with Christian this morning, who's running a drive at the Perfetto Cafe. Do you have 2 of those items?
Blankets and food.
Blankets and food it is.
Hey.
Non-perishable food. Non-perishable food. Also mentioned KN95 masks and ibuprofen, things like Tylenol. Why not acetaminophen?
I think anything's fine as long as it's unopened. I think that they'll take it. Clothing too, and school supplies. They said, some supplies for the kids. A lot of the schools have been shut down there in that area due to the fires, due to the lack of power. Over 500,000 people are without power today, and the second fire in the Hollywood Hills started today. So just hopefully the weather will turn around and give them a little bit of assistance. I don't know what you do when you run out of water. I'm perplexed on that one. Shipping water in is not going to be easy, but hopefully it sounds more dramatic than it is.
My father-in-law's got a water truck, but he lives about 16 hours away from Los Angeles.
I think they call that a water tender.
He calls it a truck. Crazy. But he also doesn't use Redken in his hair, so...
I bet you he calls it a water tender, but to you, he's like, oh, that city boy, I'll just call it a truck. I don't want to confuse the poor boy.
Who am I kidding? He doesn't have any hair. He wouldn't use Redken anyways.
I thought he had a little on the side.
Yeah, but when you have some on the side, you don't even bother, right? I mean...
I have a friend that has that haircut, right? Well, we have a friend. His name is Jeff, too. And I looked at him the other day. I go, when are you going to start picking that thing? He goes, never.
So when you have it on the side, don't you... I mean...
You still have to get haircuts.
Well, you have to get haircuts, but you don't have to do anything to put product in that, do you? Like you just put a little water and run a comb down the side of it.
I think he cuts it so short it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. Been getting some phone calls and texts from Vitalent today. Blood donations are a need in the area.
Oh,
so
that's probably one of those things you can do as well.
Yeah, if you want to go out and donate some blood at your local blood bank, Vitalent.org, I believe, is the website if you want to find a location. They're looking for some extra help as well. Thanks again to Christian Scott for putting that together. And remember, that's 1750 El Camino Real over there by Man Rock in AJ Spurs.
A couple things that we need to catch up on. Thanks to Kat for sharing on Facebook. When the aqueduct was built, it started in 1960 and ended in 1974. So by today's bloated government labor standards, that means we could start it right now and it would get done by 21/6, I'm thinking, to build the pipeline from the flush lakes of Northern California to the arid region of Southern California. So don't think that's going to happen. based on the fact that the bullet train is doing so well in its construction.
Well, I think we're done with that round. Are we done with that? At least for now.
When you drive to Visalia, there's this huge like underpass that you pass under. I'm like, what the hell is this underpass in the middle of nowhere? Oh, they're going to build it out from the north. They're going to build it out to the south. They're going to build it out to the north. I'm like, that's all they have done right now?
Oh, by the way, Big JB has a message for you on the text line. Do you still have the text line open over
Yes,
there?
I do. He says he runs a water tender on fires.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Yep. Gets the lakes, ponds, and swimming pools. Brings it to the engines. That's exactly what
He just doesn't want to confuse you.
He calls it a truck. I don't think.
I know he does.
He's a
I'm
very
sure he
no
does, but
nonsense.
Not to his friends, to
Father-in-law
the
Mike.
people that his neighbors. They know it's called a water tender, but to somebody from Central California on the coast, call that a truck.
I'll tell you this.
What's a tender?
Father-in-law
Is it
Mike
salt?
is very no nonsense. And he'd be like, "What's a tender? This is just a truck."
Fleetwood Mac and
why give it?
AC/DC
Why give it
coming
a
up.
special name?
Well, next time you're around him, say, "Hey, you ever call it a water tender?" I heard that's what some people down there call it.
I think
it's a
he
water
thinks
tender.
he's being fancy.
I don't want to confuse you.
I think he's afraid to call it a tender because he'd be being fancy.
That's not fancy. No, that's actually its technical name. That's it for us. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Kurt Olson's back.
Just
He's
like
in
Redkins
next.
for men, exclusively.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Redkin Brew, bitch.
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.